Now, for some of us, our cars are an extension of the family. So here's a question for you. Would you rent yours out to a stranger when you weren't using it?
Yes. Alex Riley went to find out about a brand new scheme, anything to make money. The idea is you part with your car to put pounds in your pocket. Very simple.
There are many things to enjoy about jetting away, but airport parking isn't one of them. Long stay, short stay, valet, meet and greet. The choice can be a bit overwhelming.
And let's face it, who likes paying to park when your holiday's already costing you a fortune?
Now there's a new option at Gatwick. It's called Rent and Earn. You still pay for parking, but you get money back in return.
Think of it as like AirBnB for your car, except you're not allowed to sleep in it.
The entrepreneur at the wheel of this car-sharing startup is Andy Hibbert.
You're expecting people to drop off their expensive pride and joy with you, and you're just going to rent it out to a complete stranger.
I know it sounds a bit bonkers, but it actually really does work. I mean, for owners, we're giving them a great new parking choice where they can park right next to the airport and they can earn money from their car while they're away. I mean, we're talking about earnings of up to £160 a week, knowing it's fully protected. For renters, again, it's a very different experience where they get the exact car they book, not a similar one. There are no counters, there's no queues, there's no upselling. They simply get in their car and get on their trip very quickly.
So have you had much take-up so far?
We've been in operation now about 10 weeks. We've had about 100 customers through. They love the simplicity of it, and I think it just works for owners and renters alike.
What about Andy's fleet of rentals then? Not the usual silver saloons.
We've got owners turning up all the time, dropping off different cars. There's a couple of Audis down the end there. There's a small SUV here, Fiat 500X.
Tempting. But I'm going to be driving a smart-looking Golf. And like all of Andy's cars, it's covered by fully comprehensive insurance.
I notice it's very clean and tidy inside this car. I mean, my car is an absolute disgrace inside, so do owners have to sort of like clear out all the clutter?
We just asked them to remove personal items, but every car that comes to the airport, we put that through a professional valet.
There is a saying, Andy, that the fastest car in the world is a hire car. That when people get into a hire car, they're not looking after it. Who wants to subject their pride and joy to that kind of treatment?
We're very conscious of that. We do background checks on all the renters, but we also have a clever little device in every car. It's called telematics, like a Fitbit, and it allows us to monitor the driver behaviour.
And what about if this person gets a parking ticket or goes through a red light? How do you protect the owner from that?
Those fines will never attach themselves to the owners. We just ask them, please just complete the form and tick the box that you won't drive in the car, and then we'll sort out the rest.
More than a third of passengers get to and from Gatwick by car. So would they rent and earn?
I'd be mortified.
There you go.
Would you? Why? Why would you be mortified?
Because I could just get a brand new car. I don't want anyone else to drive it.
Why
I don't
not?
want some random person driving my car and getting speeding tickets and parking tickets and... Anyway, they wouldn't want my car.
Yeah, I think it's something I might consider. As long as I knew that I was protected, and when I got back to the airport afterwards, the car would be there for me to go home.
Back at base, a rental car is being returned.
I'm sure you've driven it beautifully, but there's a few marks, there's a few dents on it. It's not a brand new car. Does that bother you at all?
No, it doesn't, as long as it's good value for money to start with.
Now, this ain't no scratched VW, and here comes the owner.
Doesn't it feel a bit strange knowing that, you know, while you're away on holiday, there's somebody in the car changing your seat, the mirrors and everything, and, you know, possibly sneezing all over the steering wheel? My partner's been going on all week about what a crazy idea it is, but once you get past the initial idea, I'm pretty relaxed about it.
For some motorists, their car is their most prized possession, so renting and earning won't be for everyone.
So we've heard Alex's opinion on renting her car out. Would you be happy?